Hi guys, welcome back for another one. Maverick and I are back to do another roster review. This one's going to be very unique, very different. This is by an endgame player, so someone who's already completed all content in the game, currently doing doom raids, looking for any kind of tips and tricks that Maverick and I can possibly provide to him to improve his experience. So, as Maverick said right before we record this video, what do I do now type of video. Maverick, are you ready?
Yeah, what are we gonna do now?
Awesome. With that said, sit back, relax, and let's get into it. Alright, so the roster Maverick and I are reviewing is from Shae. Like I said, he's a self-identified, like, free-to-play player. He's really spent very minimal in this game. Less than one character offer, according to him. So he doesn't really care about war. I don't really care for war, but I still highly recommend that everyone does the function of war and keeps up a good effort in war. I always like to try to make that clear to everyone. I'm focusing on doom raids. Currently, we are doing 60% daily in doom raids. Not a bad place to be. I'm currently building my doom raid teams, Except for boss nodes, I can do all the rest in 1.0. As Maverick and I will probably get into, you're not the only one who's in that boat. So I need to suggest on how much red stars, what gear levels, power level in each character, and in each trait raid team should be required for Doom 1.1. So it sounds like fun, it sounds like challenging, and it's definitely one of those examples of when you hit the end game, is my experience the same as everybody else's, I think is what we can take from this. So let's jump into his roster. All right, so we are in here in Shae's roster, and the first thing I noticed, this guy is almost at 7 million collection power, so he's actually talking about doom raids at 7 million. I mean, I understand the progression of the game's a little bit faster these days, but to me, that seems pretty good. I'll let Maverick here talk in a second. What he currently has built, I don't see anything wrong with it. Maverick, go ahead, take it away, buddy.
I mean, he literally has the characters that I would have, and basically do have. I mean, I don't have Venom built for Doom raids, but I mean, he's got every single other character that I use currently on the Doom raids. I held on to Phyla-Vell until the boss node because I want to keep her cooldowns fresh for like the barrier and the cleanse, to have that available right off the bat if I need it. So I drop Black Bolt and then use all the other symbiotes. I mean, realistically speaking, the only issue that he's going to have in here is a little bit of power level. But everyone is facing issues in bio right now.
Yeah. So
even Philosopher and Reminex and all the big game content creators struggle in Doom Raid bio.
Yeah, so if anyone's having this experience, trust me, it's just not you. It is across the board. His Venom's not fully maxed out yet. His Carnage is not maxed out yet. So those are two. Obviously, there's no way to get more stars on Phyla-Vell. Scream is currently overpriced in the Arena store, I believe. Anti-Venom Premium Orb. Symbiote Spider-Man is now the lower percentage drop rate and milestone orbs, so it's going to be very hard to get more shards of Symbiote Spider-Man in the current economy of the game. So I don't really see where he can turn this up. I think investing red stars in where they'd actually be viable in Carnage and Scream, I don't know if it would add much benefit. Scream would just add to her survivability. Phyla-Vell, I don't have personal experience with Phyla-Vell. Obviously, Maverick, you do, so maybe you can speak more to this than I can. I mean, she's a big damage dealer from my understanding, so I mean, red stars may benefit her. I mean, what's your take?
I mean, depending on what we see in the rest of his roster, I would recommend a 5th red star in Phyla-Vell. Right. She has one of the highest health and one of the highest damage in the entire game.
Yeah.
And even if you're not ending up using her on whatever the final raid bio team is, when Scopely inevitably adds characters to the bio team, you know, it's not going to hurt to have a really big Phyla-Vell.
Not in the current arena. All right, so that's pretty much it. I mean, there's not much more we can really recommend with bio. It is what it is. It's probably the worst out of all the traits currently for Doom Raids. So let's move on to the next one, which is Mutant. All right, so we got a good Jubilee, Sinister, Frost, and none of the ones that are maxed out currently. So he definitely has some roster development opportunities with only having 3 of them maxed out and fully maxed out red stars, 2 for 6. So go ahead. What are your thoughts on this? I know you run multiple mutant teams where I only run one, so I'll let you take it.
I do. So I don't I run two different mutant teams, and he's got all the pieces that I run. So for the first two nodes, I run the Astonishing X-Men trio of Beast, Bishop, and Jubilee, and I pair them with the Dad Bros.
Okay.
And they do their thing, and they're able to get through the first two nodes.
Yeah.
And then this is only for Doom 1.0. On the boss node, I drop Beast and Jubilee, and I put an Emma Frost and Sinister. And I basically hold out until my Sinister can clone the enemy long shot. And then as soon as I can start to build the turn meter, I hit auto, and I just let 3 Dad Bros just sweep their way through. Mine are a little bit bigger than his, so he might run into an issue on timing out at the very end.
Yeah.
But it can one-shot. In Doom 1.1, it's looking like that's having less success, and you're going to need full Astonishing X-Men to do really well in Doom 1.1. But you can speak to full Astonishing X-Men probably better than I can.
I mean, the full Astonishing X-Men will get the job done. Now, depending on which boss node you hit in 1.1 will depend on what your result is with Astonishing X-Men. Mine are almost maxed out, but we're not completely maxed out at this point. Iceman and Complete Pride, I don't have 7 stars on yet, and I see that he hasn't invested anything into them yet, so he's definitely got a lot of work to do there if he chooses to do that. Man, I mean, it's hard to say because it's very possible that something new mutant can come out wise and just replace these two because they are the most replaceable on the team.
Right, but I feel this is a 1.1 problem, not a 1.0 problem.
No,
I mean, as long as his alliance is staying at base difficulty, what he's got will cover.
Yeah, and he's definitely got some more roster development opportunities. I mean, they're not max stars yet. You get Bishop through the War Store, Longshot through the War Store, Shatterstar. You can't really, unless you really want to open that orb, you really can't. But at least you can get shards of him every gamma raid that comes around. He's definitely got development opportunity with Bishop and Longshot and Shatterstar. They're not even level 80 yet. So, yeah, I mean, and then let's look at the Red Star situation. He's pretty much has it covered. Shatterstar, your experience with Shatterstar. My experience with Shatterstar, I have him at 5 red, and he seems like he puts in quite a bit of damage work at 5 red.
He does. I mean, it's not going to be as much as Longshot, but he puts in solid amount of damage. I mean, really, at this point, the only thing I could say here is just farm Gravitonium every time you see it.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean that's where it is, but I mean he does have pieces like I wonder how he does currently in mutant nodes, and obviously I didn't know how to have the conversation with him, but he seems like he has the pieces.
This seems like one of the stronger sections for sure.
All right, let's go to the next trait. We got Mystic, which is going to get an overhaul very soon. Obviously, as a pretty much free-to-play player, I don't expect Cloak and Dagger anytime in the future. Deathpool, I would imagine it's just a matter of time before she's unlocked for him, and he's got 5 red there waiting for her. And it's possible if he uses my method, he could end up with a 5 red star Deathpool. I don't know currently what he's doing core-wise in her event, but like I said, unlocked. So with that information, what he has, we have an Adam Warlock, Surfer, Maul, Hela, and Thanos already gear tiered up. There are some opportunities there, but what do you see?
I mean, this is basically what I run, except, sorry, I'm blanking. I don't run Hela, and I'm trying to figure out who I put in place of Hela.
Good point. I don't run Hela either. What do I have in place of Hela?
what am I run? I mean, what am I missing?
Wait,
Scroll down to the bottom again.
Oh, Doom.
Doom.
Yeah.
There it is. There's the gap.
Yeah.
He hasn't beaten Dark Dimension 4, so he doesn't have a Doom. That's I as soon as you unlock Deathpool's going in that team.
Yeah, replacing Hela.
To me. And then Doom also is going in on that team. And then that's a matter of, do you replace Thanos or do you replace Ebony Maw? Yeah. I've seen people do it both ways. I've seen people jump Ebony Maw and do a double energy generation scenario. where Deathpool and Thanos are both feeding energy to the team.
Yeah.
Or I've seen it where they drop Thanos and they use Ebony Maw for some additional sustain. But realistically speaking, he's on the right track. It's just going to be a matter of I wouldn't build any more into Thanos. I would just kind of wait, grind for towards Doom, and then as soon as you get Deathpool, put her on your Mystic team. If for no other reason that even at like 3 red stars, 3 yellow stars, if you build up full charges, she's going to one shot the Doom with her ultimate on her first attack.
All right. And let me ask you, for people who are wondering what our own personal opinion is that we're going to do for our own roster. Once we get a Deathpool unlocked, built up, without Cloak and Dagger, who you replacing, Ebony Maw or Thanos?
I'm gonna try replacing Ebony Maw to run the double energy generation.
All right, cool.
I just want to see how it works.
All right.
And I think it will help give a lot more energy to the whole team, and I can have a lot more ability blocks and stuns and stuff like that.
All right, cool. Yeah, let me know how it goes. I plan on replacing Thanos, so we'll see how that goes. All right, let's go to the next trait, which is skill. And we pretty much know what the solution is to skill. He's got Captain America, Sam Wilson, Kestrel. I doubt she's still in the green tier at 133K.
I don't think that's possible.
Yeah, I don't think it's possible either. Where are the rest of them? Sharon Carter. He's got her at 5, so it's possible he might get Deathpool at 5. He got Sharon Carter at 5. Maria Hill, obviously being a blitz release, free to play, it's not as friendly to free to play people, especially if you don't have large collection powers. I know Maria Hill is useful at that level. She'll be a little bit on the squishy side, but she's useful at that level. What are your thoughts? I think I pretty much know what mine are at this point.
I mean, it's for the long-term future of raids. It's Secret Avengers plus Kestrel plus whoever. I mean, he's got a 7 red Gamora, so that works.
Yeah, I just throw Gamora on that team and you're good to go.
Might as well.
Yeah, because like I said, the Fury is the most replaceable character. He's a nice to have on that team, but not a need to have. So that's pretty much.
And I mean, for right now, I mean, you can keep Baron Zemo on there while you're building up Maria Hill and Sharon Carter. You can use Black Widow for now. You can use Moondragon for now. It might just be a matter of getting the ISOs on some of these characters. But I mean, like, my personal preference would be to just go ahead and build up Sharon Carter and Maria Hill, even though you don't have necessarily the best stars on them, because they're the most future-proof characters on there. But, as long as you survive kind of a little bit, your Kestrel and your Gamora are going to do most of the damage anyway. And Sam Wilson is going to, tank.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of survivability at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, all right. He's in really good shape. All right, let's look at the last one, Tech. And we have a Kestrel. We do have a Doc Ock. We have a Ghost. And we have Minerva with a Shuri slightly behind. And we all know he's already missing Doom. And that's the only character missing out of his roster. So without Doom, Tech... I don't know what a tough Tech lane looks like, because I got the one where my lane starts off with Tech, so I don't really get to see the high end or how hard Tech can be in this game. So to me, it's always been a pretty easy time. I don't know what your experience is with Tech, if you have a different lane than I do. But what do you think? I mean, what does he have compared to your experience?
We run the same lane. I run the center section, so
darn.
Tech is my very first section.
Yeah.
So I don't have experience on the harder Tech nodes.
Yeah.
To me, Shuri is a sustainability option. That's not a long-term one.
Yeah.
But if he's still working his way through Dark Dimension, she's a viable alternative-ish in the legendary section. Ultron is a stopgap for Doom, but as soon as you get Doom, Ultron becomes pretty useless, because you definitely want to upgrade to Doom, and you can't run both because there's not enough space for all the bots.
Yeah.
And then if he had better red stars, like the only other character that I can see right now until Scopely comes out with the Tech raid team, because they will, is possibly Misty Knight. Just her kit is really nice with some stuns and ability blocks, and can really help sustain. If you can land an ability block on Doom, that will help you manage him a little bit better. especially not having your own Dooms. But I mean, for the most part, this is probably his weakest section, but he still has the right starter pieces. It's just a matter of unlocking Doom and/or, building up an alternative character, or maybe he relies on a lane mate to get through chunks of that section.
Yeah.
Where he can focus on other sections.
Yeah, I don't know where he falls inside of his alliance collection power wise, but if he can get the middle lane, I'd probably highly recommend that for himself until he gets Doom unlocked. I mean, it could be a roster or alliance wide problem with Doom not having him unlocked, but I mean, he's got starter pieces, and it's not really going to make a difference what he does outside here until he gets Doom. So that's kind of
absolutely. If he got to pick, I would pick middle lane for him for sure.
Yeah. All right, and that's pretty much it. That was him. Any other last thoughts you want to have for him before we go?
No, I think he's in really great shape, especially for his collection power size and the fact that he's having success in the Doom raids at under 7 million TCP is considerably better than what I would imagine most 7 million TCP players being.
Yeah. So overall, man, you're doing a great job. Keep it up. If you guys are interested in your own roster review, I'm going to teach you guys how to do that right now. Are you interested in having your roster reviewed by Maverick and I in this quick format roster review, helping you out in a game mode or two? If you are, all you need to do is join my Discord. The link to that is in the description down below. Then all you need to do is find the video section, find roster reviews, and there you'll find the latest roster review application where you can submit your request to have your roster reviewed by Maverick and I in a YouTube format. So if you need help clearing any content in the game, don't hesitate, apply today. That will do it for Maverick and I in this week's roster reviews. If you guys enjoyed this roster review, do us a huge favor, hit that thumbs up button. If you're new here and haven't done this already, hit that subscribe button. And if you do not want to miss any other roster reviews by Maverick and I, don't forget that notification bell. And with that said, we'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.